We are back at our home track in Central Florida at Sebring International Raceway for week number 2 for the iRacing League for the Martin Sports Car Club. And right off the bat, let's go ahead and introduce my co-host, Lexi Plumley.
Hi, welcome back. So glad everyone is here. As you can see, we are at a sunset for the second time. It is amazing view, and since we're starting, we're probably going in tonight.
That's right. We are going to be going into the night. All right, so let's go ahead and find out why nothing's working for me right now.
You can do that and I can talk. So here we are, and let's see if the weather has changed. And also,
I can't bring up the weather.
I know. I'm trying to talk something more. See if the clouds look like anything. Okay, I'm bad at this.
I don't know. I'm trying. Maybe I got to reload something. So the cars are getting on the grid right now. Sorry about that. This thing has a mind of its own sometimes. Everybody is getting onto...
I see them.
Yep, you see them getting the cars over there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, there we go. We got something. All right, so real quick over, it's going to be... The track's going to be cooling off. It's 3.6 miles on the International Circuit that everyone is used to. Real quick, we'll go with the grid because this is going to be a very short parade lap. So Josh Wheeler did a 159.8, the only 159 in the whole entire group, followed by everybody going down the list right through there, and I'll get through a lot more of the names. Sorry about this, guys, but we will go ahead and make it through. You can see and follow yourself or your favorite driver. Hopefully we do have people that are following us through favorite drivers, which is great. So let's go ahead and get into the race mode. Oh, hey, look at that. Michael Cabrera, Banana Man. Nicely done, my man. That is a great one. So you can see all the cars there. Wow, look at that sky. I mean, that's
beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful Florida sunset. So.
Oh yeah, I was born in Florida.
That's right, you were born in Florida. Yep, spent a lot of time there. I was born in Florida, but not Orlando. All right, so we are counting down. So we have about maybe 20 seconds left before the cars go. So sorry about the mess there, guys. But you can also check the timing tower over on the side there, and you can see where everybody ended up as far as their qualifying runs. So this is going to be interesting because we are starting at sunset, and I think the second half of this race is going to be racing at night. Oh, there we go. So the cars are off in this very, very short parade lap. And obviously there's a lot of cars you're going to see are white. So Trading Paints, which is a third-party application that puts the fancy paint jobs on everything, was having some issues, and I guess apparently they still are having issues with that. So unfortunately, so here we go, a ton of cars, and there is the start as they're going 4 wide into 4-1, going through. And it is a absolute melee. I don't know who is going to walk out with this one. Normally there's a first turn wreck from everybody, and have no idea if that is going to happen. But everybody goes wide. There's a lot of guys, and some people are hitting the bumps going through there. So it looks like Josh Wheeler right out front is going to be catching through. And oh no! Banana Man just went bowling for Fords as he unfortunately took out Justin Barrera through there. So, man, that's pretty bad. Sorry for Justin. So here we are focusing on Kevin Medina, and right behind him it looks like Chris Wells. So now they got some new liveries on that car, which is neat. So you can see them right there. There they go, matching liveries. So they got season 3 liveries on their BMWs, which is great between he and Chris Wells. All right, so let's check back up in front. Skylar Gregg there is now in 3rd, so he took over from Justin Hall, his teammate, as they're going through Cunningham Corner, and they also are working on, you see their matching liveries as they go through there as well.
Just what time or lap would you say we do the track?
Oh, we're going to do that with lap number 10. We'll do a ride along with somebody.
Yeah.
Yep. So the front runners out there, which are Josh and Michael, there's Michael Cochran there. So yeah, he's following suit with making us laugh with the kitty banner pictures, which are great. Thank you, Michael, for that. And Michael's BMW is wearing the Tennessee Region SCCA livery on that as they're starting to pull away from the pack. So we got Justin Hall right next to his teammate as they're going into Sunset Bend, and also Vincent Saturno. Oh, as he just tried to take a little look inside, and he did, going through and actually is be able to take a place, and he's up into 4th place now as Josh Wheeler crosses line with the 2:01.5, closely followed back by Michael Cochran with the 2:01.6. So those guys are starting to pull away, but the rest of the pack is still looking pretty tight through a lot of this. Or there's Justin Hall with his last place picture. I doubt he's going to end up in last place.
Yeah, what's going on? Why is he happy of being in last place?
I don't know. He likes to be funny, no doubt about that. So here comes Michael Day right there for Friend Motorsport. There he is in that black 911 Porsche. He has moved up 10 spots, having started from the back of the grid, and he is working his way up. So he's one of the fast guys. Not sure as he's trying to pick up on the bonus points as he is getting a great tow from Tom Jensen going through there as they're going into the hairpin, and both of them are side by side. And he graciously, very safely lets Tom go through as he takes the inside turn and tries to get a better, wider turn to get a little bit more oomph out of the corner to see if he can get him passing as they're going through towards come up to Cunningham, which he does have the inside preferred line. Who's going to be on the brakes? So they're going to go side by side right through there. Tom gives them room. The brakes rotors are lighting up as it gets darker out here as they brake heavily from 100 miles an hour down to about 50. I didn't go down the leaderboard yet, but let's get through a little bit more action. How about that? And I'll let you go down the leaderboard.
Okay, you already went down.
I did not go down the leaderboard.
Yes, in the beginning. You were like going down the grid, which is like the same thing.
Well, I didn't say anybody's name, and I know they like to hear their name.
It's just Jackson.
Just Jackson, if you're nasty. So there he is, working in the BMW. He has opted to run this year. Oh, as he gets a little bit of slide. Oh, what is that called whenever somebody goes off track when the camera's on them? The
commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse. So sorry, Matt. We won't put that on you anymore. How about that?
Okay.
All right. So here comes Junie Thompson. There he is, and he is one of the guys having an issue with the livery. So we'll probably have to go back and reload some of those liveries. Look like a lot of the ZPM ones. Not sure why that happened. We will. So everyone is going green right now as their first full lap as the tires are coming up to 10. Yes, I know you love that cat picture. Yep, as Junie is giving chase to Tom Jessen going through turn 3, 4, 5. Sees Zane Plumley going in there with the Ford GT and has made up 7 spots from where he started. He's got Michael Day right on his rear end and trying to get up some more spaces. Michael's moving his way forward. Chi?
I think you said she. You said she.
I don't think so.
You're like she. Zane Plumley. Blah, blah. Oh, chicken legs.
Yep, there he is as he is coming through the hairpin and on his way down to Cunningham, and he is giving chase to Michael and Zane, which have gapped him just a wee bit there. But maybe with these guys fighting back and forth, that will give an opportunity for Eric to move forward. But he does. He has played a very defensive line as Tom is going through there. Looking very racy this week. Tom is getting a good tow coming out through the section here, which they will be going right down Tower Turn, and as they get again right back up from second gear there, up through the gears, past 100 miles an hour. Oh, as Michael Day is moving alongside Zane Plumley as he goes to the inside. I don't know if he's trying to defend or get out of the way, but he does move to the outside, gets a great drive going through the Sebring S's and in through turn 16, and here they go down the long back straight as railing through all the gears that they have running out the red line with as much power down to the ground as they can. So this is a great opportunity for a lot of the cars to get a little bit of tow from the car in front of them to try to catch up or keep straight as they're going into one of the most famous turns of all of motorsports, Sunset Bend, as you can tell looking off in the distance because of the sunset. It's just named Sunset Bend because when the sun does set directly as you're going into that corner, it will blind you. And it is very tough for a lot of drivers if they're in the middle of the stint in real life, and actually in the sim, it did show up for a lot of guys on their monitors as well, that the light from the sunset will actually blind you as you're going through and disorient you just a wee bit, so you might miss your marker. And so they try to do that best they can here in iRacing. Hi. So there is Michael Cochran, again, still keeping up Looks like Bjorn had let those guys pass. He had an incident in turn 1 where he was trying to kiss the wall with his right-hand mirror and to get a good turn into turn 1, and unfortunately I think maybe some aero suction had grabbed him and sent him into the wall, unfortunately. So he was looking real quick after that. So Michael on the back end of Josh Wheeler for the first 4 laps, and this race is already going crazy. I can't believe it that it's just so many people still inside of the time limit where it's showing yellow and orange saying how close they are to other people. So if we check on Skylar Gregg, there he is. So there's a huge gaggle of cars there, starting with Skylar on the back all the way to Matt Carroll, Dean, Bradley, Daniel, and Justin Hall, and Matthew Montalvo. That whole group of guys nose to tail like a big old choo-choo train going through the last section of S's before they get on the back straight. Now let's see if anyone is going to Skylar takes it really wide on that one. Love that chrome. You see the chrome colors coming out on his car?
Yeah.
That's great for that spec map. Nice job, Justin Hall, for putting that together.
Do we have any new cars?
We might. It's going to be a tough one, I think, for us, with some of the cars not being able to get painted this week. So Michael Cochran, a 2-minute flat .289. That is the fastest lap of the race. Just a tenth quicker than Josh Wheeler, as those guys are staying real close to each other whole entire time. As Skylar's dropping off from this pack right up here, we'll move up a little bit. Hey, there's Dean. Dean got a new picture. Look at him. So he was born to be a racer, as he is riding his it was a racing motorcycle, tricycle, bicycle, something like that. But yeah, thanks Dean for putting the picture up there, man. That is great. So there you can see Dean in the Porsche 911 with that brand new ZPM livery that they have on that car. So another great shot. Gotta absolutely love some of the camera angles that iRacing allows, and we're able to tweak. So there's a good shot of that ZPM livery with a lot of the chrome that's in that back part of the bumper. What you got, Lex?
I keep thinking that Dean Dibdall is a grown-up.
Well, he's 13 years old. And what was very interesting is one of the guys in the Discord chat was talking about racing with Dean and losing to him, and somebody else had said to the other drivers, like, you do know Dean is 13 years old, right? And the guy said, well, I'm used to getting beat by my kids. So it was nothing new for that driver, and it's it's nice to see Dean's career doing so well at the age of 13, and not only does he race very well on iRacing digitally, but he also does a ton of karting and has done won a lot of great races and given a lot of competition. So he's got a great future ahead of him. Glad to have him on board with ZP Motorsports as well, and anything that anybody I think in this league would love to help him out and help develop his career, that'd be great. So you see Bjorn off to the side, letting all the guys go through so he does not become a part of an accident or incident with them. And still coming around Sunset. There we go. Oh, there's Daniel. And unfortunately, it looks like some of the M4 liveries are not working. We'll have to fix that by next week. Yeah, that's it. That is his sloth.
Daniel Kroger.
Yeah, that's his race face that he has on, and he definitely does, as he has Bradley Alvis right there in that AMG TT all over the back of him.
I know what he's saying. It's like,
Yep, somebody dropped the wheel. Who was that? Was that Matthew? I think that was Matthew that dropped the wheel.
He dropped the wheel? How's he still driving?
Well, that's what they say in motorsports. You drop a wheel, you drop it off the track and into the dirt. Because it actually, your wheel, because the dirt is usually a little bit lower than the track, so you actually drop it off a little bit so it falls down.
I think he's like, rock and roll.
Yes, I know you love that one. As we check in with our leader, and man, still giving Josh a hard time is Michael Cochran. And you can see how Michael Cochran has focus on everything. He's got some shut up and drive it livery on that car, as he's raced with the region that those guys have been with the Jax region for their autocross club, and that's how he came to be. So he's definitely looking racy as these two guys are playing. I'm not sure exactly what Michael Cochran is thinking at this time. Maybe he's just sizing him up, see where he's strong and not strong and where to make a move, or maybe he's actually fuel saving by staying behind him and keeping the pressure on and maybe trying to have him make a mistake. So there's Matthew Montalvo. I know that's another great picture. I'm loving all these banner photos, guys. Yeah, please keep it up. We do enjoy it.
We should try that. We
Yep.
have helmets.
So as you can tell, everybody is still got a race going on, as we have several of the guys all still within a second. Let's check back in with Chris Wells right there, as he gets a pretty good jump and he's giving chase to Craig Klein. There he is in the Tennessee Region SCCA Porsche 911. Oh, look, there's Chris's picture. Check him out.
Cool. It's Chris Charles Wells.
Crispy.
Crispy. Should I eat you? You taste like chips.
Oh, no, I don't know. So Chris had sold one of his prized Miatas, not his race car Miata, but one of his other Miatas that he has, and was able to take some of that money and invest it back into his race car, getting some coilovers and Willwood brakes. And one of the things that he did also purchase was a set of Fanatec CSL pedals. So he upgraded from some Logitechs, and due to that, he has been showing a lot more pace lately and a lot more consistency. So we're going to keep an eye on him, as he put in a great qualifying time ahead of like 5 or 6 spots more than he's normally, in the area where he ends up qualifying. So we'll make sure that we keep an eye and see how he progresses. So right now we are looking. Let's see, who is the shake and bake leader right now? We got Craig at 11.
I know.
Jackson at 9.
Michael Day.
Michael Day at 17. Amazing. He is slicing through the field like a hot knife through pumpkin pie.
Wouldn't that just burn the pie?
No, not a burning knife. I know you're supposed to say butter, but I mean, who wants to eat butter by itself? So
I once saw someone eat a stick of butter with sprinkles.
really?
Yes.
All right, so quick shot there to Eric. You see the lights coming onto the car, as we are not even halfway through the race yet, and it is starting to get darker out there.
It is hard to see in dark.
It is hard to see in the dark, even with the lights. And as you turn corners, your lights don't turn the corners. Some of them, not in race cars, but some of your modern cars, I know Audis do that, and some BMWs actually will turn the headlight to allow you to see around the corner better. But race cars don't do that, so you really have to know your marks. And what's interesting is the track changes. You don't get to see all your reference points you use for braking and setup for the corners. So when it gets turned to night, you have to have almost like a whole new set of brake markers that are able to be in your view with your lights, or maybe with some track lighting. So Junie Thompson putting in a 2:02, was that 3, I think it was? That's a pretty quick lap for him. Where's he at? There he is. Yep, again, that's we'll fix that livery. So Mr. Consistent doing well, as he's coming through the 3, 4, 5 complex down around 6 and coming down into the hardest braking one. Justin Barrera, 2:01.8. So after his incident where he was used as a bowling pin by Banana Man, who's a few seconds behind him, is running in the low under 2:02s. So he should be able to make up some spots here. Something happened to Skyler. Not sure what we missed. And also Daniel, I think maybe they pitted. Does not, can't even tell. So far down, can't tell if they actually did pit or not, but we will keep an eye on that one. All right, so let's get into Craig. There he is, having a great race with Kevin Medina. And again, Kevin also, every week is finding speed around a lot of these tracks as he's getting used to iRacing, his rig, and also, now that there's repetition of tracks that we have within the Martin Sports Car Club seasons, now he has practice and remembers things. So Craig taking a much tighter line and swings it out, gets a great run on him, and but it depends on how much downforce he is running, if he's gonna be able to get a run and get the inside. And looks like Kevin was weaving a little bit, maybe to throw him off, as we've got a Tennessee Region sandwich between 2 MSCC cars, both BMWs, as Craig takes a much wider line going through. It's a big old bump. There it is. Up settles the car just a little bit, back on the gas, and and almost said grass, but there is grass there, but not on the new track. It's an old scan. And there he's going through. Junie's dropping his time again at 2:02.6, and look at Chris Wells, 2:02.4. That's great for him. So these guys are keeping it close. So let's give a little look here to Bradley, as he is giving chase to Matt Carroll's under half a second in that Porsche 911. You can see them clamping on the brakes on the nose of that car, just diving down. Maybe a lot of the guys will have these sprung very, very softly for this track because of the amount of bumps. If you set up your car really tight, you end up pogoing or bouncing around the track, and your tires won't have traction and will send you off into one of the grass areas. Oh, that looked like Matt. I think that was Matt. Was it? No, that was somebody was just sitting there in the parking lot. Was that? Nope, it wasn't Ben. It was Brandon. There it is. Oh, going off in the turn. Oh, good. Great looking car though. What you got, Lex?
Okay. I see Josh Buller's circle, and he's about to go to the finish line once again. So there's the paper right over. We can go over the paper, and then we can stay with someone.
Okay. Well, who do you want to stay with?
Michael Cabrera, 777.
Oh, Michael Cochran.
Okay, here he is. And 3.
All right. Well, let me get the.
That's cute.
There we go. So here is the start.
There he is.
Yep, here he is on the start-finish line for your one lap with one of our guys.
Turn 1.
Yep, coming up to turn 1 under the Chevrolet bridge. And this is a blind corner, and you see a cone that's going to be stuck in the fence. That is the apex, and it goes out, and you don't get to see your exit as they're coming through the short little area right there,
Turn 2.
which is turn 2, going into 3-4-5 complex. Some people call it the carousel, but it's not really a carousel at all, where you lose a lot of grip right through here because it's a little off camber, and the back end does get loose, which sends you out as you get into this nice, big, gigantic
Gurney Bend.
Gurney Bend. Nice job for Dan Gurney. Yep, coming
right?
into the second famous corner here at Sebring.
Hairpin turn.
Yep, turn number 7, the hairpin down to a first gear, and it tightens up on the exit going through
Francisco Chinese.
Fangio chicane, a famous Formula One racer, getting up at top speed over 100 miles an hour into
Chunkla's corner.
that is Cunningham corner, followed by Collier curve, right there, and into a very slippery but fun
turn.
Tower turn, which is fun, going through there into this area called
Flying Forces Street.
Flying Fortress Straight. They were very close, and into that quick bend we just missed. Bishop Bend and
Goblin Bend.
Gendabine. This is, or we call them the S's, into right there, which is
Le
Mans Curve for the 24-hour Le Mans, and this back straight is called the Ullman Straight.
Oh, and this is the good one, Sunset Bend.
Yep, she definitely knows that one. And why is it called Sunset Bend?
Because we're at sunset.
Because it will blind you as you are going through.
But now I can't see that.
Yep, and you could just see how bumpy this, this.
I think.
Yep, it is. No, not quite yet.
No.
As he comes through.
Lap 11.
Yep. So there's Daniel. Looks like he may have taken a early pit stop and is maybe get out of traffic or maybe have a little bit of damage on the front. So Matthew right now is giving chase to Bradley. So these guys changed position. Oh, as Matthew goes off in the dirt and saves it. Nicely done, Matthew. That could have been disastrous, especially. So if you go off at Sebring, if you look all the way around, there's not a ton of runoff everywhere. They have these metal barriers or tires that somebody has spent a lot of time painting blue and white to go through. So the whole track is not like one of your normal wide open tracks that they have. And if you go off here, chances are that you will end up in a wall.
Oh. You're gonna end up in a wall?
Yep, could be.
Also, I hear the cat.
Yes, I know. All right, so there is Chris Wells catching up to. He's sitting in his Miata right now. Catching up to Craig Klein from the Tennessee region. No, he's not doing that right now. He wishes he was doing that right now. He would love to live in his car. So he is. This is the best race that we have going on. It looks like Justin Hall just made up some time. I think Vincent. Uh-oh, he's dropping. What happened? Oh, Vincent went off.
Cool, right? Newbies?
Oh, I guess, yeah, we just missed that, unfortunately. So,
That is something you
Yep.
might get used to.
yep. So he did get it back and get it back on track. So no harm, no foul. As Chris and Craig looked like they were swapping spaces just for a second. Hopefully it wasn't a connection issue. So back up front with Josh Wheeler has pulled out a gap over Michael Cochran by 3 seconds. Not sure if Michael had an issue with the track. As you can start seeing, the track getting darker now, and it's going to be a little bit harder for everyone to come through. As Ben Warren puts in his fastest time at 2:06 flat. Yep. How about you go down the leaderboard and I get to play with the camera?
Okay. Not Bobby Ricky.
Right.
First up, Josh Wheeler and Michael Cochran, Justin Hall Studio, Dean Dibdall, Bradley, Matthew, Zane, Eric Dooney, Charles, Daniel, Kroger, everything changing. Matt, Skylar, Michael, Vincent,
Yep.
Steven, Justin, Steven, Craig, Tom, Jackson, Banana Man, Kevin, Bjorn, Ben, and
Brandon. Yep. Good job.
How many? Oh, 25. Aren't there more? I thought it was more than 25.
There were. I think it's only showing 25.
Oh, because there were.
Correct.
So
Yes,
so
so
there
there
are
goes.
some people.
Yeah, it's Andrew. He was 26. Unfortunately, he had some incidents. Looked like he disconnected partially through the first part of the race.
Andrew is. Oh, that's new. Andrew is gone.
Yep, he is, unfortunately.
But I didn't see him on the board.
Yeah, it looks like Matt Jackson. Oh, commentator's curse.
Commentator.
I saw him closing in on somebody. He is going to drive over my house tomorrow and kick my butt for twice showing that. Honestly, what did happen, because we record this because I'm racing in the race, and then we do the commentary the next night on the replay. He had several VR issues where the VR shut off, and that was one of them, unfortunately, where he was driving along and his VR screen just went dark. So he tried to do the best he can to come back. It happened 2 or 3 times. He did not want to be an issue or a problem for anybody else if it happened if he was racing somebody, so decided just to go ahead and send it to the pit.
It's nighttime.
It is nighttime as Junie Thompson is slowly getting his times even further down. There he is. Chris Wells putting in his fastest 2:04 flat.
7 more laps to go.
It is closing in quick as guys are now. The temperature of the track is coming down. You see a lot more green lap time shooting out to the side, which means they're able to keep the tire. Oh, who's back there dropping a wheel behind Skylar? Gotta find his name first. There is Michael Day. Oh, is moving up. So looks like right now. So the Shake and Bake Award. Wow, look who is leading the Shake and Bake Award.
You!
Yeah, unfortunately I am, but I think a lot of people have pitted already, which allowed myself to get up to 6th place. So I know that there's a few guys I know 6th place back. A lot of these guys have not pitted yet. Daniel did, and and Dean's given chase to Daniel through there.
That's the cat.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully the microphones don't pick any of that stuff up. So, all right. So we're going to. Oh, it's Banana Man. Looks like he went off. Oh, he's back on track once again. There he goes. All right. So we'll go back to Dean. Yeah, definitely you can tell how much darker it is now as we will ride along. There it is. So you can tell you can't see all the track that you want to see. And it's still light enough you can still tell. We're going to do another one of these cockpit views in just a few laps when it gets a lot darker out for the lap. So Matthew, Montalvo, so Eric is trying to do the over-under on Zane going into the pits earlier than Zane did. Which puts him down, puts Jimmy back up there. And those Fords, there's something about those Fords, the way you drive them, if you drive them nice, you can probably get a little bit of extra lap here and there to shorten your pit stop on the next time around. So you have to take on less fuel and get a quicker pit stop to help you out. I wonder how many people are going to drive the Fords next week. Justin Barrera is probably like, man, you just gave away the secret. It's not really a secret, guys. I'm not fast. I don't use that much gas. That's the secret. All right, so Eric is coming out of the pit. Chris Wells is going in the pit. All right, Michael Day is putting some moves on Skylar.
Shut up and drive. But since it's the dark, it's up, drive. What if I drive up?
I don't know. How about just shut it? If you just read the dark letters, it just says shut it.
Yeah, I don't think I realized that. Maybe I did.
Yep.
Shut it.
All right. So Michael Day is giving chase to Skylar, who's also giving chase to Matt Carroll, as Banana Man hits the pit lane once again. So here goes Josh. Josh is coming in from the lead to go into the pit, and so is Michael Cochran. So the leaders are now pitting on lap number 15 as they cross the start-finish line going through, and so Justin Hall follows suit. So let's find out what Bradley is going to do. Yep, he's also hitting pit lane, and Matthew coming in is staying out. Is he staying out? Nope, he's going into pit lane as well, which is interesting, would move Zane Plumley to the lead of the race, but it's not showing it because he just came into the pit lane. So we should get all of the pits going through. Everyone cycles through on this time here. All right, what you got, Lex?
5 more laps.
Yep, it's closing in. So there's Stephen Graham. Hadn't talked too much about him today, but there he is in the purple Ferrari, and he is giving chase to Tom. So purple Ferrari chasing a pink BMW. Never thought I'd say that in a race report before. You can see on some of the cars that they have these LED strips over the windows, which is neat. And you can actually set those in iRacing to have specific colors, so that way you can designate your cars from other cars or your team cars differently when you're racing through the night and a lot of the endurance events that iRacing does have. All right, Junie Thompson coming out of the pits, and Stephen Graham still giving chase to Tom. But we're going to move back up to Skylar here as these three are still, wow, right on the back bumper. You can really see those rotors glow now as they're clamping down as Skylar takes a shortcut through that small little tiny turn after the hairpin turn 7.
This is dark.
It is dark. The sky's just got a little bit of light left in it.
Mostly none.
Mostly none.
Mostly none. So maybe you guys can make a tiny fire, and then you can roast marshmallow. Hey, do we still have that tiger car? I don't think so.
No, unfortunately, Andy could not make it this week. He was in a practice session, and then remembered that there was something that he had already previously scheduled. Was not able to make the race, unfortunately. So we do miss him, him not being here. And also Jesse Olson is not here as well because it is his wife's birthday. So happy birthday to Sarah. I hope he now rewinds the video and runs over to the other side of the house and, lets her see the video. So happy birthday to her, and hopefully, I'm pretty sure we'll have him back next week as we go racing at our next track at Road Lane. No, you can't sing the happy birthday song.
I do cha-cha-cha.
All right, so you can see as things are closing in with 4 laps to go, still looking pretty racy within a lot of the guys. Skylar throwing in now as fast as at the 2:01.5. So I guess he was either getting helped out with some draft or he found some speed somewhere. where no one else did. So glad he's able to keep times down. What you got?
4 laps.
Just 4?
About
Yep. So Eric just looked like he put in his fastest time of 2:02.9. It was green for a second going through there as this is their first laps after pit. And as Eric is still chasing Zane for the battle of 12th spot. Craig still holding on back there in 15th place as he is trying to defend from Chris Wells to try to keep Team Tennessee up there as high as possible. And speaking of Team Tennessee, there's Michael Cochran. Now has closed the gap. It was 3.5 seconds. Now it's down to 2 seconds. So we'll keep an eye if he's going to get any closer and make a race of this. Justin Hall is 10 seconds back. There he is. He's having a race all by himself. Don't know if he likes that or not, but he's a pretty racy guy and he is fast, and I'm sure that he'd rather be racing with somebody. But then again, he is on the podium, so maybe he does like the fact that no one's around him, as long as he can keep it clean all the way to the end for 4 more laps. Let's go back to Bradley. Here we go. Got a bunch of cars coming through here as somebody moves off to the side and let the guys through. And Bradley now is doing his normal thing of giving Daniel a very hard time, where Daniel goes way wide, seeing if he could probably break the draft. That's what he's doing. They're weaving back and forth to break the draft as we see cars in the background flashing their lights, wanting to come through. And of course, racing in the dark is a little more difficult to see who the guys are when you're on screen. You see that big hop of the front end from Bradley as he cut that apex really tight towards the wall, and that bump between the two pieces of concrete is very huge, which gives a lot of people some problems.
2 laps to go.
It's getting there. Almost 2 laps, a little more than 2 laps.
1 lap.
Yep. Oh, wow. Someone's sliding that Porsche all the way through turn 1 like it was a drifting event coming through there. So yeah, now some races are actually starting to tighten up as Justin Barrera is now closing in. Where did I see his name? There he is, closing in on Tom and Steven, making this a 3-race. So it doesn't matter whether you're in the front, the middle, or the back. You catch somebody you can race with. Everyone is happy when you're going door to door with people.
I found a match.
Found a match.
The shake and bakes is 17, and the lap is 17.
Oh, yep, it sure is. So Michael Day is back up after his pit stop, making up 17 places.
What about yours? What happened to yours? You were gone to 6.
Well, I had to take a pit stop. Oh no, Junie Thompson. Oh, off to the side, unfortunately. Yeah, that's his face right now. He's like, oh, I wrecked. Oh man, and that is so unlike Junie. He's usually, his nickname is Mr. Consistent. And, maybe, one of the things I think that might have caught some of these guys out is the fact that this race went into the night and some of the guys haven't practiced driving at night. So he's being very overly cautious going through the hairpin through there to make sure he gets the grass off the tires and get him back up to speed pretty quick.
Flashlight. It's really dark when you're not with your flashlights, because now there's about 0 daylight left. Now it's really dark if you can see in the back right there.
That is Justin Barrera made it around Tom Jessen, and now he has his sights set on Stephen Graham to pick up another spot.
Blinky. I think there was a blinky.
There was a blinky?
I think there was a blinky. Oh, 1 lap to go.
It's not, it's 2 more laps.
No. It was 17.
18, 19, 20.
Darn it.
Did you have 2 fingers and 1 mitten hole or something, and you missed a finger when you were counting?
What? So I think it was first at 11 and 13. Wait, I can't even count.
So here's Vincent coming through and giving chase to Skyler, who was also trying to close the gap on Matt Carroll as well. They're trying to figure out who is going to be the last person of the top 10.
And with that, then it changed. So now it's all those. Now there's only like 1 lap left.
2. So, and Justin Barrera now is closing that gap. It has come down to just over a half a second. And let's keep an eye on.
Ooh, camper's lights are on.
Yep. Let me see a good view. So, someone coming out of the pit right there. Yep, that is Brandon Bader, and Justin gets around him very easily. As now it's just half a second. But now it looks like It looks like Steven's going to have some traffic to contend with, which may make this a little bit tighter coming through as the Ford is trying to power it. Oh, and the back end of Steven's Ferrari gets really loose as you're coming through the bend into turn 7.
New guy is out.
Yeah, he had technical issues, so it looks like instead of him coming over here to kick my rear end for 2 times commentator curse, I'm going to be driving over there and see if I can help him out to get his VR fixed. So we'll figure that out because we need to get him back racing, each week, which is great. All right, so Justin now getting in closer as he's closing point 3, and you can see that bumper of that Ferrari getting even closer to our nose cam on the front of Justin's car as he is very smoothly going through a lot of these corners here at the end of the track. The tires are getting worn out. It is getting a little bit cooler in the temps too, as well as the track.
Okay, 2 things. 1 more lap to go now, and also, I already chose someone, but now that car is pretty cool. So I don't know what to do, but it seems like it's glowing. So I don't know what to do.
There is Dean right now holding on to 4th place with about a second and a half over Daniel, who made up some time after a small incident with the wall there. Justin's still out in 3rd place, holding tight. Should be able to hold on to that for a podium, no doubt. And here is Bradley getting some pressure by Michael Day here in the last lap. Coming through turn number 7, the hairpin, as everyone follows suit. Going through, Michael Day is sizing him up, getting ready for Cunningham, see if he can do a late braking move, but I don't know if he's close enough quite yet, and doesn't. Also, Bradley's also on the brakes really late as they go around the corner. Oh, and the back end of Bradley's car slides a little bit when you get on a little too much power. You got to be very patient coming through there. You want to take a wider turn to get on the power quicker, but you got to be very smooth getting on the power because it feels like the track falls away going through until you get to tower turn. So still coming through, and I know that these guys are gotta figure out. So there's Josh Wheeler coming in sunset for the very last time.
You know how Michael Carrera scored the fastest lap of the race?
Knuckle Cochran. Oh, someone just spun out in the pit lane, and there is Josh Wheeler going on his last lap.
White flag.
There you go, white flag. And with a commanding lead, we're going to check back in with Michael Day giving chase to Bradley. So they got 1 lap to go coming up here as they got some lap traffic out front. I'm sure that maybe that's Daniel. Oh, that looks like it is Daniel.
White flag on the top. Play with non-boggy Ricky. So, everyone's red and blue. Hey, the colors of the United States of America. Red, white, and blue. Even in the color. There's no red.
Vincent's still trying to catch up to Matt Carroll there's Bradley.
Uh-oh. Someone changed. 17. What's happened? It wasn't at 17.
No, there was probably a connection issue where the connection fell off for just a little bit.
Oh, I thought the 12th person. Now where did he go?
Yep, Skylar, looks like Skylar dropped the wheel real quick as he is giving chase right there to Vincent. Coming into tower. Yep, nicely done. Getting on the power nice and easy. Yep, as Michael Day. Did he get past? Oh, he did try to get a move past Bradley and did not, unfortunately, work out for him. Sorry about that, and ends up in the pit. Dean in 3rd. So here we are coming through with Josh.
Darn it.
There he is, getting ready for the best part of the race for him, which is the
checkered flag.
Checkered flag. Congratulations to Josh Wheeler for taking another win and almost the fastest lap of the day on the very last lap. Oh, fireworks!
Oh my goodness, that's never happened before. That is so cool. This is like an awesome day, but also a very sad day because it was a very sad day. We found something in the garage.
Yep,
that is so cool.
Yeah, there we go. So that's a new upgrade. So there's Dean coming in 4th place, Justin Hall in 3rd. So congratulations.
Can that happen everywhere?
Well, I think, well, they don't do it during the day. I think they just do it at night. So,
Well,
yep.
yeah, but
Definitely, definitely very, very cool. Whoa, we don't want that one. There we go.
Whoa.
There's a great shot of everything as everybody now is starting to cross the line.
it's beautiful.
Yep, Matthew coming in to finish out the top 10. Zane Plumley in 11th. Holding off Eric Lightsey coming in 12th. Both of those guys made up a lot of spaces. Craig Klein, look at him. Craig Klein, look at that. He's a few seconds from the start finish. He is going to be our shake and bake
Wait, but
weekly winner.
Didn't it pause again? There was
No.
17. I thought it was that too, but then it appeared as 17. Okay.
There he is. There is your week number 2 Sebring shake and bake winner as some of the guys are celebrating in the donut party.
The alarm didn't go off.
Nope, it did not. So we still have a couple more guys that are out. So we still have
Crash.
Tom. Yep, there he is still out, and Bjorn just crossed the line as well, and Brandon through the last guy. So what a race. Great race. Enjoyed having it go through the nighttime. I thought that was really, really awesome.
Want to know who won the Luxury Car Dress Board?
You already know who it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how about you go ahead and say it?
Well, yeah. Good thing I just remembered. Wait. No, then I changed my mind because there was only one reason why I wanted to pick it. And it was not because of its color of thing. So
Get on with it.
I don't know.
We're losing viewers.
Okay, here you go. Go. Do a thingamajig.
All right, so here we are with the final results for everybody. Josh Wheeler taking a win at Sebring for our late evening with Michael Cochran in second, Justin Hall in third to round out your podium. Fourth spot, ZP Motorsports, Dean Dibdahl. Fifth is Bradley. Matt Carroll in sixth. Vincent in seventh. Skylar in eighth. Daniel in ninth. Matthew Montalvo in 10th. Zane Plumley in 11th. Eric Lightsey in 12th. Craig Klein in 13th. Chris Wells in 14th. A great result for him. Junie Thompson in 15th. I know he had that spin. He would like not have it. Justin Barrera comes back from getting knocked out in turn number 3 and comes back to a 16th spot. Stephen Graham is in 17th. Tom Jensen is 18th. And I'm looking for the button. There we go. Michael Day in 19th. Kevin Medina in 20th. Michael Cabrera, Banana Man, 21st. Bjorn, 22nd. Ben Warren, 23rd. Brandon Bader, 24th. Matt Jackson, unfortunately, the disconnect in 25th. And Andrew Wells, same thing, in 26th. So there is your race results. I want to say thank you to all the drivers and all the viewers if they stayed along this far to listen to the rest of us. What do you got to say, Lex, for closing remarks?
Okay. Bye, everybody. Go online to see who won because I have no idea what their names are.
All right. Thank you very much, and we'll hope to see you next week at Road Atlanta.
Bye.